Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I made Nuttah the Snowcap Marble Fox, and this is a brand new sculpt. It's version 2.0 of my Fox sculpts, and I retired my old one. So if you haven't already seen the video of me sculpting the head for this fox, I'll try and remember to link it in below. I always seem to forget, but it is on my channel, so you can head there to see how I sculpted it. So for this particular one, I actually cast this face with some glass eyes. So I sculpted it to actually be able to take glass eye casting. And if you want to know how to do glass eye casting, I have a tutorial available in my shop at creaturesofnat.com. So this little one will be available in my shop as well if it already hasn't been adopted. So you can head to my shop there again and see if you can find her. So what I'm doing now is I am painting up the nose and around the eye area and the mouth, and this time I wanted to go for a pinky color because the base is going to be like a white. So I went in with a pink color and what is supposed to be skin tone base, because apparently we all have one skin tone, but it's like a orangey pink. I don't know why they just don't call it orangey pink. So I put that over the top of the pink that I originally put down, just to give it a bit of depth and a different sort of color. I didn't want the nose to be too pink, so I added that color on top of that. So for the feet, same deal. It is cast in resin, and I just painted up using that same pink paint. But for this one, I actually left this pink because I kind of like little pink toe beans. I think they're kind of cute. So yeah, and it's really nice baby pink color, so I just did it this particular color. And for the nails, I went sort of a browny yellow color, and because I didn't want them to be black and I didn't want them to be too brown, so I went for a browny yellow color that kind of matches the nose area. And all these paints are acrylic paints. Some are from the brand Chromacryl and some are from the brand Derivian Matisse. So with all my resin pieces, I do prime them, and I am working on a priming video, so stay tuned for that. So moving on to the faux fur, and this is the last of this coloured faux fur that I have. I'd try and find it somewhere else because I have seen it around before, but this is the last of what I had. And I just drew my patterns on the back of it, and I'm using a small pair of sharp scissors to cut the patterns out. So with all the critters that I make, I usually have a backstory for them. So this is Nuttah, the Snowcap Marble Fox backstory. Snowcap Marble Foxes are noisy little creatures. Despite their chatter sounding noisy and messy, they actually have a complex vocabulary consisting of up to 900 different sounds. Despite this, these foxes generally live a solitary life. Kits often stay with their mum for around a year before they'll go off on their own. They are born pure white and develop their grey patterning with age. They can also have a range of different coloured eyes, from blues to yellows, and the nose can be either pink or black. Snowcap marble foxes are very good on their feet. They have no trouble navigating through the thickest snow and climbing the steepest mountains. Snowcap marbled foxes are found in the Snowcap Vale settlement of the White Tribal Lands in Krai, India region. Alright, so there's a little backstory. So what I've done here is I have sewn up the body with a sewing machine, leaving the legs and the bum area open as well as the neck area, just so I can feed the armature through. So this one has a ball and socket armature, which I have a couple of things there. A lot of it is sold out in my shop right now, so I'm looking to order some more armature pieces and possibly some pliers to actually use the armature and put it together. So what I've done now is I've threaded the armature through and attached all of the pieces, and I'm going around and sewing up all the loose ends of the faux fur using a ladder stitch. And I do have a ladder stitch video for faux fur on my channel, so you can check that out as well if you don't know what that is, or if you want to see something that's kind of more specific, I guess, to faux fur, you can check that out. So sewing is like my least favorite thing to do, so I try to avoid doing as much hand sewing as I can. And once I have sewn all of the pieces up, I can go ahead and stick the faux fur to the resin, and I use a tacky fabric glue. Mine is from a local store here called Spotlight, but I'm sure you can find it in any craft store that you have around you. But if you're in Australia, yeah, head to Spotlight and you can find this particular fabric glue, and it works really, really well and holds it really, really tough, really together. So yeah, do recommend this one if you have it around you. And I usually just work in the glue into the faux fur, so it actually gets all up in there. Just not wetting it too much because it can get onto the pile and then it makes it all like clumpy and yuck. So I'll give you a show around the doll right now. So I have trimmed all of the coat because it wasn't really looking like a fox and more of a fluff ball. So I trimmed it up and I am ready to start applying some fur to the face. And you can also see how the armature moves compared to the wire one. So if you're interested in a comparison video, let me know in the comments and I can try and make one for you. It's probably be pretty useful for someone that's just starting out or considering moving to ball and socket armature. So here's what we got once I have applied all the faux fur and given it a good trim. And so I'm going to be adding some colour and just some more details to this face because it looks a bit bare right now and there's no sort of definition. So I'm going to go do that and you can see the final product. Alright, and here is Nuttah, the Snowcap marbled fox. So pretty happy with the way this one turned out. I will do some more work on the body and the proportions of the body, but yeah, really happy with the way my new Fox 2.0 sculpt turned out. So like I said, she's available in my store at creaturesofnat.com if she already hasn't been adopted. And that is it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. If you have any video requests, you can leave in the comments down below. You can also check me out on Instagram and Facebook at Creatures of Nat, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!